Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
What a great way to start this show out. Lacy McDonald in studio. Sydney will be joining us later because, she's busy today too, so we had to tape early. And as you guys will see later, we both are not morning people.
I saw part of it and I thought it was wonderful.
You know what I hate is when I don't like do my hair the right way. I just kind of put it back and spray it. It always, my headphones make it look like I have this Johnny Bravo thing going on, and it's amazing. It's every morning. It's amazing. But at 9:03, good morning. Happy Wednesday to all of you. It's going to be a great day. 71 degrees. We'll do news later on in the show, but the top of the hour belongs to Lacy, and then we'll be talking to Donald McMaster, who's running for county board, in a couple of minutes, and then Sydney at 10:30. So that's who's coming down the show. All right, my job's done. Lacy, what'd you write about?
Whoa, all right.
Right into it.
I wrote about...
Oh, and good morning.
Good morning. I wrote about... Okay, so 100 years ago, the Elm Street Presbyterian Church was hiring a new minister, and they found the right person. His name was John Guilford Reynolds, and he and his wife had lived in Madison County for a number of years, but were currently living in Toledo, Ohio. And so they asked him to come be the minister at Elm Street Presbyterian, and he agreed, but wanted to remain in Toledo. So this was late October, obviously. Wanted to remain in Toledo until after the election. They had a presidential and everything else election happening 100 years ago as well, because he and his family wished to do their duty as a citizen and cast their ballot.
Oh, well, that's cool.
So they stayed in Toledo until right after the election and then moved the week after that. So he and his wife both were able to cast their ballots.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So Elm Street Presbyterian was how long has it been established before then?
Oh, that's a really good question. I'm not sure. I know they had been around for quite some time in 1924, but I don't know how long. And then they just closed their doors a couple years ago. So they were around for, I think, 100 years before they did close. But that's a good question.
Very interesting. Well, and now the 1924 presidential election was Calvin Coolidge, and who was he running against?
I don't know.
Because, I mean, Calvin Coolidge was like one of the calmest guys ever. Like, wasn't the famous line, can you say 3 words to me so I can win this bet? And he said, you lose, and walked away. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I got to see this. All right, so Alton at the time, what was the political landscape?
That's a good question, CJ. I was specifically looking at the time period. So one of the things I thought was most interesting is that since it was 1924, it had only been 4 years since the 19th Amendment was ratified. So part of the reason, John and his wife Nina, if they'd left Toledo, they wouldn't have been able to register in Illinois. So they not just that they wanted to vote in Toledo, but they wanted to be able to vote in the election.
Oh, okay.
And Nina was in her 60s at the time. They both were. But this was only going to be the second presidential election she would be able to vote in because women hadn't been able to vote until 1920. So not only was it important to them, and this is a little bit of conjecture, but he talked about his whole family being able to vote. So I think not only was it important to him to vote, but it was important to her because this was only the second election that she'd
That's
ever
really
been able to be a
interesting.
part of. Yeah.
That is really interesting.
Yeah. So I don't remember who Coolidge was running against.
It was John Davis.
John Davis. Okay. I knew it was sort of a generic name.
I like the stamp.
I am obsessed with,
The fan is really unique.
Yes.
It was always, election memorabilia and campaign memorabilia is so
cool.
fascinating from
Really is.
especially like the 50s and so like I like Ike and I don't like Ike band, like those things are like amazing. Now, whenever it came to churches back in 1924.
Wait, we got to tell people about what the campaign slogan was.
Oh, no, what was it?
It was "Keep Coolidge," because it was Coolidge, and he was running for re-election. And so this stamp sticker thing that I put in the article is a fan saying "Keep Coolidge." I just thought that was very clever.
See, I thought honestly, I honestly thought that was just one of like their slogans. Like it wasn't the That's interesting.
I think they had several.
But that's a good one though.
Isn't
That's the
that
one
good?
you keep. Yeah, that is the one
Yeah.
you keep. Now, churches at the time though.
Okay.
Were these pretty big deals when a new pastor came in? Because like now you see like articles about it, and it's still a big deal to that congregation. But it seems like this was kind of one that people talked about the next day.
Oh yeah, and I mean even past that, like there were articles in the newspaper about a reception that they had for him and his family, and when they came, and every week in the newspaper, and this is something that I don't know when this changed, but every week in the newspaper, a lot of churches would put, who was going to be preaching and what the topic was of the sermon and any special things that were going on. So I put a little excerpt from the newspaper the week that Reverend Reynolds started preaching that had, it says, the new pastor, Reverend J.G. Reynolds, is very pleasantly located at 231 West Elm Street. He is anxious to be of service to this community and will be subject to call at any time. So once they moved, there was information about how he was going to be preaching, or what he was going to be preaching on every week, but there was also information about the Sunday schools and stuff like that. And that was for all the churches. So yeah, it was something that the whole community would be interested in knowing about.
That's really fascinating because, first the church is located. There's another church in there currently.
Right.
I always always seems very busy too. It's a very active church, and they do a lot. They do a lot out, like they do events and things. I've noticed. I can't remember the name of the church though.
Either.
But it's really an iconic building. So it's in. Do you know when Elm Street Presbyterian pulled away from that church whenever they stopped service?
Well, yeah, their numbers dwindled.
Okay.
And so it's been in the last, I want to say 5 years or so. And so the members of Elm Street, they closed the church, and the members of Elm Street went to other Presbyterian churches in the area.
I always hate to see that though, because it seems like it was such a really vibrant place too.
Yes, it really meant a lot to the people that went there and grew up there. And it was very vibrant for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, just I mean, we've talked about this before. That's kind of been something that's happened with a lot of different religious institutions. So
it's always sad. Hey, we'll do this 9:09. We'll take a break and we'll come back and talk a little bit more about this because we gotta turn this fan off because, quite frankly, it's making my eyes water. And Calvin Coolidge is not running for president.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Happy Halloween from RiverBender.com. Now back to our daily show.
When my eyes beheld an eerie sight, for my monster from his slab began
Halloween
to rise,
music to the
and
next couple of days.
Good.
All last week too.
I love Halloween music.
It's very. Everyone always talks about Christmas music, and I'll be honest with you guys. You can call me a sociopath all you want, but I do turn on Christmas music November 1st. That I'm like in my zone in 2 days.
I feel like people should get to listen to the music they want to listen to without judgment.
You know, I don't think that's how. If I was on a first date though, and I started playing Andy Williams, in the middle of October, I feel like I wouldn't get a call back.
Well, I feel like it depends on the context. Like, are you like out at a restaurant and you
No.
demand Christmas music? Like if you just have it on in your car, that's fine.
No, but could you imagine though, like some. Can you please turn on the. Ma'am, here's my eating CD. It's all oh, shit. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. I hit the wrong button. But it's just like it's just amazing. Like, could you imagine though? Like, you're on a date with somebody, or you're sitting there and he just turns the radio on, and it's just like Andy Williams in October.
I feel like it would just totally depend on the context. Like, is that everything?
Yes.
Like, is it only
Yes,
Christmas?
Only Christmas.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
For 2 months.
2 months.
That's a lot. They just don't. I mean, there's a lot of Christmas music out there, but like, is there enough turnover for you to get to listen to?
Hear
new
me out.
things?
Here is my
All right.
explanation
Okay.
for all this, and the folks at home that are going, Jesus, what happened to CJ in this show? It's because it takes me a while. I'm like a Mack truck. Okay. It takes me like 30 days to warm up.
Okay.
It doesn't. I can't get into Christmas season 2 weeks before Christmas.
Okay.
I tried it. Does not work for me. So I got to get into it early.
Okay.
Because I have to fake it till I make it for
Yeah.
about 30. There's a marinating period.
Got it.
And then December 1st is normally when it's like, all right, now I'm ready for Christmas.
But do you have to have like such an intense
Yes.
marinade?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you can't just have like an hour
No.
a day of Christmas music.
No, it's
make
got to be
some
nonstop.
gingerbread cookies, just nonstop.
Like Clockwork Orange-esque style Christmas music.
Is that better than just never getting in the spirit?
Yes, oh, totally. Because, I always feel like I got to be the one to bring joy and cheer,
I could see that because you do bring joy and cheer.
I would, that's dependent on the situation and day. But, it's just, I don't know, one of those things I was thinking about lately.
Christmas music?
Yeah. So, welcome back to our daily show at 9:14
Yes.
after a little bit of a left turn. Back to the church.
Okay, so we did some research during the break, and Elm Street Presbyterian opened in 1919 and then closed in 2018. So it was a church in Alton for 99 years.
Man, now that's even
know.
more sad. I thought we weren't going to get... Because I'm not being funny. Like, you always want to see that centennial mark.
Right.
Because it seems like when a church hits that, they get a jolt. Like, it just seems like, from what I've seen, like that 100-year mark, there's always a couple of pickups in attendance.
Yeah.
And
at least for that day.
Yeah. Oh, well. But they all went to different churches locally?
All went to different churches locally, and the records of the church went to the presbytery, and we have some things at the library, too.
So if people are interested to learn more about if they went to the church and all that, can they get that? That's, that's interesting.
Yes.
That's very good.
Absolutely. Yes. So some of that stayed with us, but mostly like directories, that kind of thing. And then the official records of the church, a lot of them went to the presbytery. So if people were interested in that, I think it's the Giddings Lovejoy Presbytery is the local one. And then there's like a national presbytery, like where they have archives and stuff too. So you could follow them to wherever the records went.
Very interesting. Okay, now tomorrow is Halloween.
Tomorrow's Halloween.
It is the national. Now, I will say this. There is an event that is starting to merit the day after Halloween and the day after or the day before Thanksgiving when I talk population in downtown. The pup crawl. I am telling you what, I have never seen more people in my life. It's just amazing how many folks go on the pup crawl. So it's one of those top 3, but Halloween is definitely still number 1 in Alton. And there's some history to the parade.
There's some history to the parade, yes. So a lot of people know that the parade has been going on for 107 years.
I said 125 and got blasted. Steve very quickly corrected me, and so did Greg, but the audience did not forgive. I got a lot of text.
Yeah. Well, at least you were giving them more credit. Like, you were giving it even more. So the parade began in 1916.
Okay.
And I'd always known, the parade began however many years ago, generally more than 100. Right. But I didn't know why. I just assumed that it was for Halloween. And it was. But the East End Improvement Association has always done the parade from the very, very beginning. But the origin of the original 1916 parade was to celebrate that Broadway had been paved between Henry Street and Cherry Street.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Is this confirmed?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, this is awesome. Okay, so
yeah. So the article that's coming out tomorrow is going to talk about this.
History repeats itself.
It's crazy.
I bet we do that today.
You know what, CJ? I can't tell you how many times I'm just trying to write a history article and it goes back to streets.
That is amazing.
Like, I'm just a street historian at this point. But yeah, it had been long delayed. Things kept happening. They couldn't get workers. It got too hot. It was very difficult.
Well, I'm sure it was back then because it's not like they have the equipment of
no.
That's seriously a big deal.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a huge deal. And so finally, after months and months, it was going to be open. There was an article that said it would be open by November 1st. And the Easton Improvement Association, a lot of the people that were part of it had businesses down here. So it was like really, really important for them for it to open. Mm-hmm. And so on October 31st, 1916, the Broadway between Henry and Cherry was open as a paved street for the first time.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
That is why the first parade happened. I mean, they planned it in advance. It wasn't like that day they were like, oh, we'll just do something.
Yeah.
But they planned it in advance, and so the city made sure that the street was officially open that day.
So was it designated as a Halloween parade?
It was a Halloween parade.
Okay.
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Alton, and that's
what I was trying to
too.
figure out. That's interesting.
Alton's really always been into Halloween. So I love that there's this like very weird origin story that I never guessed, but that they were taking advantage of the point that Alton already loved Halloween. So there had been all these parties everywhere. The Halloween parade originally led to Turner Hall, and there was a big dance at the end.
Really?
So yeah. So that was
everyone doing their Stevie Nicks and Halloween?
Because
that's what I did. That'd be cool.
I don't know what they were doing. And it was led by a band, the White Hussar Band.
This is so fascinating, actually. Like, but you know what? It's like we look back at those things, and I do, and I go, man, that's a really classy, like, kind of a really upscale type of event, because you think about it, like today, if we had like this big dance, and people would be in tuxedos, and it'd be But honestly, that was just probably like just a run of the,
well, they weren't in tuxedos; they were all in costumes.
But we would be today, probably.
Yeah.
We would consider that a bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You get my point here?
Yeah, they
It's
just would
taken me
have
a
a
while.
dance.
Yeah.
They would just have it, like,
Yeah.
constantly have dances. Whereas now, if we had a dance, we would all be like, it is a dance.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It is formal.
Okay, it took me a while to get there, but I'm glad that you, as you Sherlock Holmes, what I was fishing
Figured
for
it
there.
out.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, was Halloween trick-or-treating? We were talking about that last week. When did the Boy Scouts start using the term trick? Was that 1916 too? What
Trick or
trick-or-treating?
treat?
Yeah. We were talking about this last week.
That they started trick or treat?
Yeah, it was we mentioned it. It was 1920 something in Alton. Whenever we were talking about when Halloween got popular.
I don't know, because a lot of what I found in the time period I was looking at, so I was mostly looking in 1916 and 1924, there were a lot of Halloween parties. So people would have individual parties at their house.
Okay.
And then with huge groups of people. I mean, it would be someone's house and 50 people came to the party. And then it would talk about kids coming through to get candy. But I don't know if it was the house by house trick-or-treating like we do now.
1927 is when they're
1927,
credited
okay.
to. I just pulled it up because I have a Halloween by the numbers thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's very interesting. Wallet Hub does a really good job with this, and we're going to talk about it more later. 67% of Americans say they'd consider purchasing a haunted house to live in.
Yeah, I would want more. I wouldn't want to say yes or no to that. I would want more details before I decided if I would live in it or not.
When you're writing this article,
Yes.
what do you kind of look at? Going back to the Reverend Reynolds.
Oh, sure.
Was there, any information? Did he stay in Alton long or
Oh, yeah. So right, like I said, he and his wife had both been here originally.
Right.
And they were both teachers. And he was also the principal of a school in Godfrey at one point before he became a minister. And so they were here for 10 years after they came back. And then he died in 1934, which was a year and a half after he and his wife had celebrated their golden wedding anniversary. So there was a big article about their golden wedding anniversary. And then she died in 1947, also here, and then they're both buried in Godfrey Cemetery.
Wow, very fascinating.
Yeah.
Now, what are you excited about the most for your Halloween article?
Oh, I think that the street origin thing was really fun.
Yeah, that is very fascinating.
Yeah,
that is super cool.
Yeah, I also just really loved when they were talking about the pranks that had been played.
But those pranks seemed mean. The ones that I hear about or read about from 1924, 1930, they're kind of mean.
Oh, I don't like them.
No, I get it. Yeah, no, I'm not saying you do. It's just amazing though. Things that we do is apples compared to some of the pranking that was going on back in the day.
Yeah, because I think people think of the of 100 years ago as being sort of gentle and everybody was nice. No, people were horrible
It's
sometimes.
amazing. It's
Yeah.
I'm if that happened today, because I was reading something, it wasn't all, but it was just my God, if that happened today, it'd be on the national news for months.
Well, and there was in 1924 I'll still have plenty to talk about next week.
Tons,
but
yeah.
In 1924, there was for several days an article in the newspaper from the chief of police warning people to not do illegal stuff.
Oh my God.
And then there was this great article on November 1st that talked about how they actually had a relatively mischiefless night. Probably thanks in part to Easton Improvement Association throwing all this stuff that distracted
That's true.
people from doing stuff that they shouldn't have been doing.
That's awesome.
So that was really cool. It was this wholesome distraction. I
thought
guess.
Purge was just an idea. That was the original Halloween
Well, and there
night.
was nothing horrific that I write about. I will say this, nothing that was bad that I read about. But there was one really funny quote where the person who was writing it was talking about how kids just didn't want to do hard work anymore to gather up scrap metal to put in front of shops as a prank. So I was not sure if it was a compliment or a complaint. They just had to throw that jab.
It wasn't TPing back in the day. It was scrap metal shopping.
They would gather scrap metal and just put it against people's doors so they couldn't get into their shops
You
in
just
the
got
morning.
scrapped.
Right.
Lacy, thanks for stopping by. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Me too.
And next week we're talking Halloween.
Talking
already.
Halloween again.
There we go. 9:25, a little bit of change on this Halloween Eve. We'll come back with more Daily Show after this one.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit villagedispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Happy Halloween from RiverBender.com. Now back to our daily show.
Scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons.
Sorry.
Speak with such
Please don't hate me. 9:33, a little bit of change. We were going to have a conversation, I believe, with Donald McMaster. I could be wrong on that because of just schedules lately, but sorry, I was talking to the boss. Okay, I got to tell you guys why. So Mac's Convenience Store, right across the street from us, who is just awesome. Liz is amazing that manages that. Robin and Mac have done a fantastic job. Fox's Boxes, if you guys did not see, is now providing fresh cookies, fresh salads, and fresh sandwiches at Mac's Convenience Store. Okay, gone are the days of my little microwavable meals, I think, and if I have lunch. This is amazing. So I bought I had to get a bag of cookies. I just kept thinking about them all morning. I walked over there, had my bag of cookies, and I brought one up to the boss, and we were actually talking about how good it was. So there, there you go. Hey, at 9:34 and a little bit of change, I wanted to, I kind of structured the show around the interview, but let's talk about this. Going back to just how the Halloween by the numbers, I was talking to Lacy about, and man, I just love the insights she brings. Because I honestly, just to hear a little bit more and to go behind the scenes next week on that Halloween parade is going to be really, really fascinating. So listen to this. More Halloween by the numbers for you. We have a lot to talk about when it comes to that. $902 million is the U.S. box office earnings for horror movies in 2023. That's a 42% increase than the previous in 2022. $591 million is the box office earnings for horror movies in 2024 as of September. So still room to grow. The average price of a pumpkin is down 18% from last year at $4.93.
1.5 pounds of 1.59 billion pounds of pumpkins are produced in the United States each year for your pumpkin carving and sitting out needs. Now, I have a question. Do you like carved pumpkins? Because sometimes, and there is an art to picking pumpkins out. I mean, being serious, there is a literal art to picking out gourds and pumpkins and making sure they all look good. Never in my life will I have that talent. But I see some folks that are able to get those really cool, like white pumpkins and bluish gray ones, and they make these really beautiful, like harvest settings. And I think that looks better than a carved pumpkin, but I digress. Okay, so Halloween history and superstitions. The year of 1921 was the year of the first citywide Halloween celebration in Anoka, Minnesota. 2 million spectators joined 60,000 costume participants at New York's Village Halloween Parade each year. That's the world's largest. 7,183 feet is the record for the longest walk-through horror house, Dragon's House of Horror in Albuquerque, New Mexico. 0 black cats are placed for adoption by some shelters in October to protect them from Halloween-related abuse, and that's good they do that. In 2039, that will be the next year, a full moon will be on Halloween night. The last one was in 2020. And then the final number for you, 30,581, the record for the most jack-o'-lanterns lit at once, and that was in Keene, New Hampshire in 2013. So I wanted to fill you. I love those holiday by the numbers things. It's always very fascinating to take a look at, and Wallet Hub does such a good job doing it. But, I wanted to fill you in on this, too, and I think I'll do that now before we take a little bit of a pause here and just reset from, shifting around. St. Paul, this is really fascinating. So St. Paul's Episcopal Church is going to host a presentation on exorcisms. At 5:30 p.m. tonight, community members are invited to attend Deliver Us, What Hollywood Gets Wrong About Exorcisms. Father Andrew Hook, the diocesan exorcist within the Episcopal Diocese of Springfield, will talk about his experience with exorcism and how exorcisms are represented in media. The reality is that everyone's heads aren't spinning around and puking pea soup. It's a little different from that, explained Father Garen Daniels, the priest in charge at St. Paul's. Father Andy is going to be talking about some misconceptions about exorcism, what it looks like to a lot of us in movies, and what it really isn't. Daniel referenced The Exorcist as an example of a movie where exorcism is very theatrical. He also noted that an actual rite of exorcism is, quote, very rare. Most people who come to you looking for an actual exorcism, about 95% of them, if not 97% of them, it's more of a mental health issue or maybe something entirely different than the need of an exorcism. What's more common in cases where people are afflicted by something that is of something demonic. For example, people living in houses that are considered haunted, an actual demonic possession, which is typically what is represented in television and movies, is much rarer. He said exorcisms are a taboo topic for most people because it's a little out there or frightening, but Daniels believes that there are benefits to having these conversations. He noted that people are curious about exorcism, so Daniel and Hook feel it's better to talk openly about these topics and to answer people's questions. One thing about Episcopal Church is we really believe in asking all and any questions that you have about your faith and wanting to dive more deeply into it. So this looks like a great opportunity to dive into this topic, Daniels added, rather than let people wander with their minds or go online and look at all sorts of resources that are inaccurate or maybe even harmful. Why not actually have a presentation from a source that can dive more into it? And certainly it doesn't hurt that it's close to Halloween. So, Deliver Us, What Hollywood Gets Wrong About Exorcism, takes place at 5:30 p.m. tonight at St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Alton. There's a $10 entry fee for attendees. To RSVP, call 618-465-9149. That's 618-465-9149. 888-848-4949. St. Paul's Episcopal Church will also host their annual chili dinner fundraiser from 5 to 7 p.m. on Thursday, tomorrow night, Halloween. For more information, visit their official website, episcopalalton.org. That's episcopalalton.org. You know what's never spooky? I mean, we're talking Halloween. You know what's never scary or spooky? Seriously. Waiting. Is the conversation and the love and attention that you get when you talk to Denise Sparks on the phone. And I truly mean that. You know, Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling is more than a business. She's a community resource and an asset and a staple. And this is why. When you pick up the phone and call Denise with a problem, or maybe you have something that is a little bit different than junk hauling but kind of falls in that same realm, she's going to work with you. But what I think's great is she's not just another trash pickup company. She's not just another junk hauler that's been around and doing this for 30 years, because quite frankly, she's the best. She's somebody that lives in your community, our community, and she cares about the ways that she disposes of that junk too. You know, at Sparks Junk Removal, trash is the last place for that landfill to, or landfills are the last place for the trash to go. They always try to find an eco-friendly, environmentally friendly way to take care of debris, hauls, junk removals, you name it. And what I think's great is you hear Rusty Wheat talking on this show every couple of months and just bragging about Sparks Junk Removal. This guy knows, man. This guy knows. He's up and down 150 or Wanda Road and picking up all that trash, and he sees the trucks. Sparks Junk Removal has those trucks netted down, and I'm telling you what, it's a really big benefit to the folks around the landfill and just the folks driving on the roads. You know, what I think's great too is Sparks Junk Removal, some folks actually saved a little bit of money on their trash bill. I'm not going to guarantee that, I never do, but I can tell you this, even if it's the same price, maybe if it's $1 more, who cares? Because you're working with the company that truly, truly cares about having you as a client. They just don't expect you to be their client, you know? And that's why I love Sparks Junk Removal. They truly care about you. If you have a problem, they're here to answer it. Now, what do you need? Do you need junk hauling? Do you need weekly trash pickup? Do you need another type of valet service if you have some mobility issues? That valet is when they go into your house, pick up that trash, and take it to the bin for you. There's so many ways that Sparks Junk Removal can help you. Whether or not you have a hoarding situation, maybe you have a demo that needs to just be taken out and gutted, they're there for you too. For the 30 years she's been in business, she's been the queen of junk, and I'm telling you what, there's a reason that she went to Las Vegas and spoke at that highly attended expo, because she's turning heads all across the industry, and we have her right here in our own backyard. SparksJunkRemoval.net, and reclaim your space with the queen of junk today.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Dibs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Happy Halloween from RiverBender.com. Now back to our daily show.
Because you're mine.
9:46, welcome back. On this date in history, let's take a little gander. And did you download the Roku TV app while I have you? You know, just making sure you did. You know how many people have downloaded the Roku TV? It's like amazing. I have no, and I mean this, it is seriously amazing. The Roku TV app has like 40,000 downloads, and it's blown away. So keep downloading the app, and we'll get to like 80 and 60 and 70 and, you know, not regression, but progression. But we'll just have fun because, man, I just love the fact that so many of you are watching RiverBender on your Roku TVs. Keep doing that. And, you know, keep supporting everything local from your number 1 platform in the St. Louis Metro East on the Illinois side. Hey, on this date in history, Henry Tudor was crowned the King of England. Henry was crowned Henry the 7th. I hope I got that right. On this date in 1485, founded the Tudor dynasty, ended the Wars of the Roses, used his children's marriages to build alliances, and signed treaties that increased England's power. And also, born on this date in history, I happen to believe, and I always get yelled at for saying this, I think an underrated president, John Adams, the 2nd president of the United States, the 1st vice president we've ever had, born on this date in 1735 in Braintree, Massachusetts, and the 2nd president of the United States, born on this date, October the 30th. 2018, Whitey Bulger, who, as head of the Boston area Winter Hill Gang, was a leading figure in organized crime from the late 60s to the mid-90s, was beaten to death by fellow inmates while in prison in 2018. On this date in 2003, American basketball player LeBron James, who was drafted, I love that video so much. Every time I see his name, I just go back to it, who was drafted directly out of high school, made his NBA debut with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, I have a question, seriously. Is it a James or Jordan conversation? Because I don't watch basketball, and I really mean that. So who is the greatest basketball player of all time? I don't know. That's for you guys to tell me. In 1995, voters in Quebec narrowly defeated a referendum that proposed sovereignty for the province within a new economic and political partnership with the rest of Canada. On this date in 1974, Muhammad Ali knocked out George Foreman in the Rumble in the Jungle, regaining the world heavyweight boxing title in 1974. In 1938, Orson Welles' radio dramatization of H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds was broadcast, causing great alarm, though reports of nationwide panic were unfounded as some listeners feared a genuine invasion from Mars. Wow. There you go. In the year 130, the Roman Emperor Hadrian officially founded the city of Antinopolis in ancient Egypt. I think I got that one right, and there you go. On this date in history, and time's 9:49, and man, I can't wait for Sydney to join me for Blog Talk. She's writing a novel, you know, and I think that's truly incredible. You're going to hear it here. I'm going to tell her the story. I was in the 5th grade. I think I told you guys this. Maybe I told it whenever Lacy was on. But the whole thing was, I was writing a young author's novel, and it was a pretty kind of dark and, it wasn't like I said, body parts flying everywhere, but it's just, you know,
I was definitely too big into the ID channel at the time. Oh my goodness. Hey, a couple of more news stories for you because we didn't get a chance to really tackle them in the top of the hour, so we might as well do them now. On October the 21st, just 9 days ago, at approximately 6:10 p.m., a deputy with the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office did conduct a traffic stop on Illinois Route 100 south of Poor Farm Hollow in Hardin. As a result of the traffic stop, Joshua Cronable, 40 years of age, of Brussels, was arrested for the following offenses: possession of methamphetamine, less than 5 grams, driving while license suspended, and unlawful possession of drug. Cronable was arrested without incident and transported to the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office. And please note that all suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. A couple of more news stories for you. 3 residents of Granite City, Timothy Hildebrand, Curtis Lewis, and Dallas Graham, have been charged with mob action and aggravated battery following a public assault at Patty McDee's bar on October the 13th. Reports indicate that Lewis choked the victim, who subsequently lost consciousness, while Hildebrand and Graham kicked him while he lay on the ground. The victim required medical treatment after the incident. Though the Granite City Police Department has presented the cases against the trio, they have been released from custody, and charges are based upon probable cause. Also, the Godfrey Fire District and Madison County Sheriff's Office did respond to a 3-car accident at the intersection of West Delmar and Valley Drive yesterday, which required traffic disruption for about a half hour. The Godfrey Fire District thanked Alton Memorial Ambulance, the Madison County Sheriff's Department, Bowers Towing for their support. Several individuals were treated for injuries at the scene, although earlier reports indicate none were serious. Details regarding the injuries or the cause of the accident remain unavailable at this time. And then finally, just a little bit of our news brief for you. Illinois High School Association has announced the schedule for the first round of the 2024 football playoffs, set to begin this weekend. Teams like Edwardsville and Belleville East will compete on the road in Class 3A, while Collinsville will face off in Class 7A. Smaller schools will also have their matchups on Saturday. The playoffs will precede the second round games on the 8th and 9th of November. Quarterfinals will be November the 15th through the 16th, and semifinals November the 22nd through the 23rd. And culminate in the finals at Illinois State University's Hancock Stadium during Thanksgiving weekend, November 29th through the 30th. So just a little bit of a news brief for you. Hey, I wanted to shout out the Alton High Boys football team, as my voice is going out for some reason. I think it's so, just wanted to give them a big plug. 2 games back-to-back to win, but also that homecoming game was really hard fought and just awesome to see about. They were our athletes of the month for Alton after just such a strong end to the season, and wanted to kind of fill you in on it because the really the aurora around the team seems to be such a positive one too, and just a great atmosphere for the Redbirds as we're waiting for this to pull up. But the Redbird football players are the Otto Butler Male Athletes of the Month, and really just after an impressive game that Mount Vernon led 6-0 at the end of the first quarter and was ahead 19-13 at half. Mount Vernon scored 7 points in the third quarter to Redbirds 6, but in the fourth quarter, the Redbirds dominated with 14 points. Alton scored 10 points to take the lead in the second half against O'Fallon, and 6 points. There were additional points in the third period. In the fourth, the Redbirds dominated again with 14 points to win 30-17, and that was the first win a couple of weeks ago. The homecoming victory over Mount Vernon was a huge momentum booster for the Redbirds and those who are coming back next season. But man, just really great to see that, especially a homecoming game. You know, when I was kicking for the team, and I told Coach Dickerson this story too whenever he comes on the show, I literally lost the game for our team. It was amazing. We were up and it was pouring down rain, number one, and I tried to catch the ball. I didn't. And anyway, I ran with the ball. I got tackled. All I had to do was punt it down the field and we would have been good to go. And it didn't happen. And to this day, I still feel terrible about it. But, you know,
I digress. I just wanted to really give the team a shout out because Cody and the coaching staff that they have are really doing a fantastic job, and really just a great thing for that team to kind of finish the season on such a strong note. Hey, it's 9:55. We'll do this. We'll take a break. We'll come back for top of the hour news. Before I do that, get your tickets to Rocky Horror Show. Yes, I am yelling now because if you haven't gone yet, what have you been doing? You know, so many people have told me, CJ, this show is fantastic. I was talking to Tony, who's the DJ, and we were talking about a couple of months ago about some of the things that she was working on. Well, she posted a picture with her and her daughter and her family at Rocky Horror Show, and I said, how was attendance? She said it was jam-packed, and I can just wait to talk to Lee tomorrow on Halloween and see how she's feeling, because tonight is the big one. Tonight is the huge one. Tonight is the midnight showing of the Rocky Horror Show at midnight. All you got to do is take a nap between 6:30, 7 o'clock, wake up at 10, and if you have a costume, slap that bad boy on, and you're going to head over to Alton Little Theater. If you don't have a costume, maybe wait until 11 o'clock to wake up. Then get ready, get dressed, head to Alton Little Theater. Watch the show that's been turning heads. You know, they have had such a strong showing lately. I mean, Making God Laugh had rave reviews, sold-out shows, and now this Rocky Horror Show is doing none different. Becca's done a fantastic job. Alton Little Theater's done a fantastic job. Plus, you could have a fantastic experience when you win that signed photo from Tim Curry. How awesome is that? I'm telling you what, get your tickets now. Let's make it a fun Halloween. Raffle tickets are $5 each. You can enter as many times as you like to improve your chances. Now, the winner won't be drawn tonight. It will be drawn on November the 3rd, but how about that? A photograph signed by the legendary Tim Curry. You can get tickets by going to altonlittletheater.org. You only got a couple of more opportunities to see it tonight at midnight. November 1st and 2nd at 7:30 p.m. and November 3rd at 2 p.m. Get your tickets now at altonlittletheater.org or call 618-462-3205.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Strange magic.
10:01 is the time on this 30th day of October as we are wrapping up Halloween season, Alton season, and just can't wait for the sights and sounds of it tomorrow. We had so much fun the last couple of weeks and able to go hang out in downtown Wood River and just meet all the nice folks out there. And if you guys stop by and said, I just want to I forgot to mention that on the show, just the hospitality of all the people that were walking by and the love they had for the show and Riverbender and all of that. Thank you to the city of Wood River. And with that being said, we'll be out and about tomorrow night. And if you have somebody in the parade that's walking by the float and wants to maybe have a few words with RiverBender.com, maybe they're in the parade and want to stop by and tell us what their float's about a little bit, we'd love that. I think we're going to add that next broadcast tomorrow night. So that's what we're going to do. So if you're a part of the floats and you want to send one of your reps over for like a quick 30-second conversation with us, please do it. We'll put them in a compilation on RiverBender, and we'll have some fun with it. So that's what we'll do tomorrow night. But let's get back to business here. It's 74 degrees in downtown Alton, and here's what you need to know. At 10:02, where you can join myself and 70,000 people that already knew this information at 7:30 in the morning with Around the River Bend. We'll start off top of the hour news in very, very serious news. 2 couples have been charged with felony after infant deaths linked to co-sleeping. In separate but similar cases, 2 couples from the Alton and Godfrey area are facing felony charges after allegedly causing the deaths of their infant children. Gabriel Catlett and Paige Patterson from Alton, along with Algie Glisson and Natalie Guinones from Godfrey, were charged with endangering the life or health of a child. Now, these charges stem from incidents occurring in April and May of 2024, where the couples reportedly co-slept with their infants under the influence of drugs and alcohol. All 4 individuals have been granted pretrial release, and we'll keep you updated as more details emerge. The Godfrey Fire Protection District and Madison County Sheriff's Office responded to that 3-car accident at the intersection of West Delmar Avenue and Valley Drive. Engines 1412 and 1422 managed the scene, which required traffic disruption for about 30 minutes, if you were wondering what the cause was. The Godfrey Fire District did thank Alton Memorial Ambulance, the Madison County Sheriff's Department, and Bowers Towing for their support during this incident. Several individuals were treated for injuries at the scene, although earlier reports indicate that none were serious. Details regarding the injuries and or the cause of the accident do remain unavailable at this time. If we do have that information, we will release it. Also,
looking for the best
in the news today, Chris Rhodes was at the scene of an Alton structure fire, and the Alton Fire Department did respond to the 500th block of Main Street for a fire Tuesday night. Chris Rhodes was on the scene and was able to get some of the sights and sounds of it, and we'll take you there now. As you can see there, the firefighters battling that blaze right there on Main Street. And definitely looks like smoke engulfed the entire house, as you can see it billowing out of that window there. RiverBender.com's Chris Rhodes was on the scene of this and getting the sights and sounds of this traumatic blaze last night. And we do have more to the story, and we'll bring you more to that now. The Alton Fire Department responded to that structure fire that you did see in the 500th block of Main Street on Tuesday evening, and they did encounter that heavy smoke that you guys saw upon arrival, prompting a box alarm that brought assistance from the East Alton Fire Department. Now, the blaze spread to the attic and presented significant challenges for the firefighters involved, which, while the house suffered considerable damage, it is unclear if anyone was inside at the time of this incident. Fortunately, no injuries have been reported so far, and the cause of the fire is currently under investigation. Jay Keevan, candidate for state representative, has received the endorsement of Madison County Sheriff Jeff Connor. Sheriff Connor commended Keevan's law enforcement experience and dedication to public safety, stating that Keevan has consistently served with integrity and commitment to community safety. Keevan expressed his honor in receiving the endorsement, emphasizing their shared vision for safer communities and accountable government. This endorsement shows that Keevan's bolstered significant support among local law enforcement and reflects that call for support in the Madison County area. That endorsement, again, from Sheriff Jeff Connor ahead of the general election, just about 6 days away. Jay Keevan has been endorsed by Sheriff Jeff Connor for state representative. Finally in the news today, at 10:08, Nicholas Williams, a 38-year-old Jennings resident, is now facing multiple charges following an alleged burglary at a convenience store on October 25th. The St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office charged him with burglary in the second degree, property damage in the first degree, and stealing. Surveillance footage captured Williams throwing a rock through the store window, triggering the alarm. Upon police arrival, they found him hiding in the bathroom with injuries and blood present at the scene. Williams had stolen cash and was found with a trash bag containing cigarettes and other items. He is currently held on $50,000 cash-only bond. There you go. At 10:08, that's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend. Let's take a look at weather. It's 74 degrees. It's going to be a warm one today. I'm getting ready to take this sweatshirt off. I am sweating. Boy, am I sweating today. 74 degrees. It feels like 76. Humidity at 71%. In Bryan Trust, you can see for 14 miles. Today, partly sunny, windy, and very warm. This will be a high fire risk day. And holiday decorations can be blown around if they're not secure. Tonight, cloudy, windy, and warm with periods of rain. And a thunderstorm later on tonight. You need to watch for flash flooding, hail, and localized damaging wind gusts. Channel 5 just put out an alert for tomorrow morning specifically about how severe some of these storms could be, so be prepared. Now, if you're suffering from headaches today and some sinus problems and allergies, here's why. Air quality is at 70, which is moderate, not good. Grass is low, but grass is low, but mold's low as well, but elevated at 3250 in that count. Ragweed is low. The tree levels are low. The UV index moderate today. Temperatures will reach 82 degrees today and drop down to 60 overnight. But here's where it gets interesting and where that storm comes into play. On Halloween, 68 degrees for the high tomorrow. This is why we're starting to maybe feel a little bit weird. Our joints are achy, all of that good stuff. 68 degrees is what our high temperature will be tomorrow after an 82-degree high for today. Temperatures for the low side of things tomorrow night, 39 degrees. Now, let's take a look on when this weather is hitting us in the nose in the next couple of hours here. We'll pull up our little rain and thunder map and get going here. As you can see on your screen there, that is 7 a.m., and we'll zoom in a little bit closer so you guys can see that. This is the Riverbend region right over here. You're going to be looking at thunderstorms, about 0.1 inches of rain is what they're calling for that. That's 7 a.m., but we'll go back a little bit in time. 5 a.m. is when you're going to start to see the present. 6 a.m. is when it encompasses. 7 a.m. is when it hits. And then there you go from 8 to 10. You're going to get some rain, and by 1 p.m. it's going to be cleared out is what our map is showing us from windy.com. So there you go. That's what tomorrow is going to be bringing. So tomorrow morning, be on the lookout. Temperatures on Friday are going to only reach 62 degrees and drop down to 40 overnight. On Saturday, a high of 65, a low of 53 degrees. And on Sunday, get ready for more thunderstorms. A high of 71, a low of 62 with an 88% chance to experience some more thunderstorms. That's a look at the next 5 days, but here's what's happening now. 74 degrees. It feels like 76 for time and temperature throughout the day. 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, and Return Home. Hey, what are you doing today? Let me tell you something. I had the best work day of my life yesterday. I got so much done. I was a champion, and I had to celebrate. So you know what I did? I went to Village Dispensary, and I'm telling you what, those CQ lemonade shots are amazing. I had one of those. Granted, take one dose, but I had one of those full bottles, and I'm telling you what, for the next 7 hours, I got even more done at home, and I felt relaxed. I'm not hungover today, and life's great. Look how energetic I am, too. At Village Dispensary, every day's a special day because you can walk in and get edibles for $5, $6, $7 and under 10 with those daily deals. You can do the same with pre-rolls, and you can find some really great vape pens for less than $50 at Village Dispensary. Go to villagedispo.com right now, and you'll see the stash that makes Cheech and Chong jealous and makes Snoop Dogg blush. VillageDispo.com. Get your Aero Pods, and don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way because it's a joint effort. We'll take a quick break. More Daily Show right after this. Oh, wrong button.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician or Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
To our daily show on RiverBender.com. And now, time to play a game. Psycho killer, escasez. Better run, 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 run away. Oh,
Welcome back. So, why don't we do this? Wanted to fill you in on some of the ways that the United States celebrates holidays, but I also found something I wanted to fill you in on too, that, you know, the Halloween is celebrated around the world in a variety of ways, and I always find this fascinating because, you know, even though it's we do a regional show and we talk about regional issues with politicians and figures and entertainers and all that great stuff, it's always great to kind of bring in that perspective, because if I find it fascinating, I figure that maybe one of you guys will too, and if you don't, tell me and say it sucks, you know, comment. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. You should see the emails I get sometimes, but at least they're watching. You know, so let's take a let's take a look at how some countries celebrate Halloween. And now, and this is from NPR, by the way. So it is from NPR, from different countries around the world and how the holiday is celebrated. Now, children in Mexico also go trick-or-treating on October the 31st, and it acts as a primer for their other celebration, Dia de los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead, which takes place on November the 1st and 2nd, and observers say the Mexican holiday, which dates back 3,000 years to pre-Columbian Mesoamerica, occurs when the gates of heaven open, allowing the spirits of the deceased loved ones to be reunited with their still living family. Family members may prepare a feast with the deceased's favorite foods or leave gifts at their grave sites. Festival goers will don skull masks and eat skull-shaped sweets, and the holiday, once typically celebrated only in rural, indigenous parts of the country, is now celebrated in major cities, including its capital, Mexico City. The increasing popularity of Halloween in pop culture means that British children may partake in the holiday, but like other countries, it can often be overshadowed by a much larger event, Guy Fawkes Day. I don't even know about this. On November the 5th, British citizens celebrated the failed assassination of King James I by Guy Fawkes and other participants in the plot. Because, oh, I do remember this. Because Fawkes attempted to kill the king with barrels of gunpowder before being found by authorities and sentenced to death, the holiday is celebrated with bonfires across the country. And instead of trick-or-treating for candy, children will walk around asking for, quote, penny for the guy, end quote. How about that? Very fascinating. And this is from NPR, by the way. On November the 1st, Italians celebrate Agnasanti, or All Saints, a festival of deep religious undertones. While it's common to see Italian holidays dedicated to a specific saint, the holiday is dedicated to all of the saints as a whole. How the holiday is celebrated varies by religion. In Sicily, the deceased rise from the dead to bring gifts to well-behaved children, while children in Sardinia go to door for offerings for the deceased. Romans will eat a meal near the grave sites of loved ones, while people in the region of Abruzzo and
Trentino fashion lanterns by placing candles in pumpkins. So how about that? This is really fascinating. See, I hope one of you guys find it fascinating. If you think it sucks, just comment. Guatemalans also honor the dead during the first couple of days of November during the Giant Kites Festival. Guatemalans populate the sky with massive, colorful kites. The kites, which can go up to 40 feet in the air, are often hand-painted and flown over the graves of loved ones who've passed away. The kites are said to represent the bridge between the living and the dead. Halloween is a new holiday in Japan, and the country is embracing the Western tradition and adding its own influence. Because there are other holidays in Japan meant for celebrating the deceased, trick-or-treating isn't as popular. Instead, Halloween in Japan is all about the costumes. Celebrators who are normally adults will don costumes and head to parties and clubs instead. In Ireland, it's an understatement to say that Halloween is a big deal. It's where the celebration began in the first place. Halloween, as is known today, originated from the ancient festival of Samhain, which celebrated the beginning of winter in pagan Ireland more than 2,000 years ago. Festivals take place across the country. From the Puka Festival, which celebrates the folklore behind the Celtic holiday, to the Derry Halloween celebration in the northern part of Ireland. So there you go. And in China, the Qingming Festival, which is celebrated at the beginning of April, is the holiday that is reserved for celebrating the deceased. The event, which is also known as a tomb sweeping day, draws people to literally sweep and clean the tombs of loved ones. The act is considered to be one of the most respectful acts one can take to honor the deceased. You know, there's a really fascinating YouTube channel, and there's probably multiple, but there's a woman that goes around and looks up, goes to cemeteries and finds old tombstones and old grave sites. And what she does is she researches that person a little bit, and she cleans the grave of that person. And as she's cleaning the grave, she tells her life story. And it's really fascinating. I don't know the name. I always do this where I always forget the name, but so much is thrown at me. I encourage you, though, maybe type it into YouTube, grave cleaner, and she'll pop up. It's really fascinating because it's not this degrading thing, you know, where it's abrasing the grave and all. She just sprucing it up, getting some of the, you know, maybe the growth off of it, and, you know, making sure it's just looking a little nicer, but also shares their story. And it's just a really fascinating thing. So as I was looking up Halloween traditions by country, you know, we're getting ready to be in the official holiday season mode. I mean, Halloween's here, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Fourth of July, New Year's, and then Valentine's Day, Easter, all that smacking us in the face the next 6 months, right? So what is the holiday of choice when it comes to states? So what they did is they came up with this survey, and it asked the respondents to pick their favorite holiday traditions, no matter what. It could have been Christmas decorations, Halloween costumes, Valentine's Day, Good Friday prayers, New Year's Eve food, Day of the Dead skulls, Chinese New Year parades, Cinco de Mayo food, Thanksgiving food, New Year's resolutions, all that stuff, right? Well, they gathered a list of 115 traditions and found their monthly search volume via SEMrush. From there, they used holiday traditions with the highest search volume and put them into Google Trends to find which tradition was searched the most in each state over a 12-month period. And here's how it broke down. It was really fascinating. So in Alabama, the most searched was Halloween costumes. Alaska, Easter baskets. Arizona was Thanksgiving food. Arkansas, New Year's Eve food. California, the Chinese New Year parade. Colorado was Halloween costumes. Connecticut, Christmas decorations. Delaware was Ramadan fasting. The District of Columbia was Hanukkah prayers, and Florida was Christmas decorations. So those are the breakdown of the first, you know, kind of 10 entries, but it really broke down in such a fascinating way. I wanted to share it with you. Now, Georgia is Halloween costumes. Hawaii's most Googled holiday tradition was New Year's Eve food. Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, and Kansas all are Halloween costume ideas. Louisiana was Mardi Gras music, which makes sense because of New Orleans. Maine is the Day of the Dead skulls, were their most searched holiday tradition. In Maryland and Massachusetts, it's Christmas decorations. Michigan and Minnesota, Halloween costumes. Mississippi, Valentine's Day flowers. Interesting. Missouri is Halloween costumes. Montana, Cinco de Mayo food, which is very interesting to me. Nebraska, Christmas decorations. Nevada, Chinese New Year parade. New Hampshire, 4th of July food. And then just goes on and on and on. So it was just really fascinating to see how it broke down. Now, here's what it truly found on top of this is Utah's most searched holiday tradition is Holy, also known as the Festival of Colors, which comes as no surprise since Utah hosts one of the largest Festival of Colors celebrations in the country. 14 states have Halloween costumes as their most Googled holiday traditions. Americans spent $32.2 billion on costumes in 2020. We just did the numbers from Wallet Hub this year. It was close to $30 billion, $37 billion, I believe. Florida's most searched holiday tradition is Christmas decorations, with the tradition of wrapping palm trees and Christmas lights. Floridians, well, they don't need a winter wonderland to showcase their spirit. And now, this is kind of the answer to my question in Delaware. Delaware's interest in fasting for Ramadan is very clear. The state is home to over 990,000 Muslim residents, and so that is the reason that was the most searched holiday tradition. So it was very interesting how they broke it down. I saw this, just wanted to share it with you, and really just found it fascinating. You know what I find fascinating is all the stuff that I'm learning about Hainer Library. Man, I'm on fire with these libraries. Hainer Library is truly a door. It's a door to adventure, knowledge, knowing, fun, adventure, entertainment, and your leisure. You know what, Hainer Library, it's the only place I know where you can pick up native seeds to our local area to make your own beautiful garden. You can go rent ghost hunting equipment. You can get podcasting equipment, a stand mixer to bake cupcakes or whatever you want. Projector screens, outdoor games. You can also find the best books and all the knowledge with the consumer guide, so you're making a smart purchase. The only place I know where you can get citation tools, ad-free, for-free streaming. Do I need to keep going on and on because I might pass out because I haven't taken a breath? You know how much is there? It is seriously like just the Walmart of community resources. And you know what I think's even better? They're actually treating their employees and customers right, unlike the superstores. You know, at Hainer Library, every day's special when you walk in that door, because I'm telling you what, you can unlock your family's history with the genealogy and local history department. You can go in there and be entertained with those thousands and thousands of ebooks, audiobooks, hard copy books. And plus, you get to discover your area, your family's roots each and every day. Go to HainerLibrary.org. Why don't you have your library card? If you do have it, thank you for doing so, and keep going in. And if you don't have one yet, HainerLibrary.org. Click on the How Do I tab. Get a library card. Click on that. And once you do, you're taken care of, my friend, at 1027 HainerLibrary.org. A quick break. Blog Talk is next.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Welcome back to our daily show on RiverBender.com.
Dooby-dooby-doo, where are you? We got some work to do now.
Good morning,
Dooby-dooby-doo.
Good morning, CJ. How are you?
You know, hanging in there.
Yeah.
It is a rough morning.
For some reason, I don't know why, but it feels so early today. I don't know what's up.
It honestly feels, and I slept great. And,
Yeah.
and one day I can honestly say slept amazing.
That's
and,
good.
You know, just brutal.
And literally, though, I don't know. It's only Wednesday. That's kind of a bummer. So what do you? But Halloween's tomorrow, which is
always
fun.
fun,
So
yeah.
you know, there's pluses and minuses. I
You
guess.
know what I think's great about Halloween
Mhm.
in Alton, and any holiday really in Alton, and the Riverbend. It's
Yeah.
like one of the acceptable days. Like, I feel like if you have an employer here locally, the next day everyone gets that Friday's like, even though Halloween's not the drinking day.
Yeah.
We call it Hangover Friday because it's such a, you know, busy
Everyone
day.
gets it,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, so everyone's kind of calmer and laid back and just gets into a nice weekend.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And it's Halloween. You could argue Halloween was last weekend. It depends.
I thought
on,
it was last weekend.
It depends on who you are, I guess, and what you're feeling. But you could keep the party going if you really wanted to, and keep it going this weekend as well. I'm not going to do that, but you could if you wanted to.
Have you watched Halloween yet?
So I realized that's one with Jamie Lee Curtis, right?
Yes.
So I realized, I think I have seen that. It's all the same to me, I'll be honest with you. So
I'm
I
glad
don't
that
know.
we clarified because
Yeah.
it was honestly, you know how I am, it bothers me.
No,
and
that's
we
fair.
talk about it for, they don't realize it, but I do. I actually sit there and think about it for a few days and bring it up at lunch.
I'm sorry to haunt you like this, but no, I'm happy to report. I think I have seen that one before, so that's good.
Well, there we go. So what is your, are you doing trick or treat tonight?
No, so Brighton does trick-or-treating last Friday, so
Oh.
we had a lot of people come through and a lot of kids come through, which was very cute.
Well,
so
you
we
have
did
fun
kind of
doing
thing.
that.
I enjoy that, yeah. I wrote about that last year. I
Mhm.
enjoy giving out the candy and seeing the costumes and
I
talking
remember
to the kids.
things.
Yeah, look at you go. So yeah, no, that was a fun time. And so yeah, that being said, this weekend I'm kind of just like getting through, you know, like nothing too intense.
Are you
so.
dressing up for the parade tomorrow?
I probably am not, but maybe I should.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Wouldn't that be fun?
I'm
That would
not
be
going
super
to,
fun.
but I'd let you do it for
Thank
me.
you
know,
for
I
your
kinda...
support. I can walk around and do my interviews in a full costume and see what happens. So
live vicariously through Sydney
there
that
we go.
night. You know?
Yeah, there we go.
But you know, you wrote this blog this week because I
Mhm.
said, "Hey, do you want to come on tomorrow?" And you said, "Okay," and kind of put you under the gun there. But this was a great blog.
Well, thank you. Yeah, the blog this week is about NaNoWriMo, so National Novel Writing Month.
Thank you for clarifying.
yeah,
I
that's-
tried for hours yesterday trying to pronounce that.
Yeah, NaNoWriMo is what it's called. But it's basically the challenge that a lot of writers take on where you write 50,000 words in the month of November. And that's the length of a small novel, a short novel.
Mhm.
So a lot of people do it and a lot of people succeed. So I decided this year is going to be my year and maybe I'm going to give it a shot. and
What's
see what
that break
happens.
down to in words per day?
Well, so here's the math I did. So I write at work. I keep track of my word count just because I am boring and interested in that kind of thing. So anyway, I write at work about 2,000 words a day here,
Mhm.
and that's 8 hours.
Man, that's like a V8 engine.
Yeah. To clarify, that's 8 hours. That's also throwing in like reporting and interviewing and researching. So it's not constant writing, but in a day I write about 2,000 words. That being said, now I'm trying to write 50,000 additional words outside of work and in my own personal life. So I don't know exactly how that's going to break
So you
down.
write 30,000 words a month.
Yeah, more
already.
or less.
More or less. And now you got to add on 50,000 more words.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
I realized I did that math wrong in the blog, but I'm not a math person.
Wait,
but
hold on. Did you actually do this in the blog? Did we figure it out together?
Yeah, we figured it out.
But I'm not good at math, so don't think that I'm right on this, because I know I have a very convincing tone a lot of the times, but it doesn't mean I'm right. I just...
No, I support you very much so. No, but so an additional 50,000 words sounds like it's going to be kind of impossible. So we'll see what happens.
Well, hold on here. You might be right.
I don't think so.
No, because did you do work days? Because I'm adding just 30 days in general.
Oh, see, I messed up. I don't know.
Wait,
I
hold on
up
here.
The math.
What is that? Hold on. Let's just see how many work days there are. I mean, what? It's 8:40 in the morning.
Yeah,
let's
why
let's
not?
take
Let's
some
see
time.
what's going on.
Let's take some time here.
I need to go in and edit this.
5, 10, 15, 20, 21. So 21 times 2,000.
21 times 2,000. That seems like simple math, but I
That's
don't
at
know.
42,000. I have a calculator.
42,000.
You guys better not be making fun of us. It's
Yeah.
too early in the morning here. 21 times 2,000. 42,000.
Okay,
So you're definitely.
I wasn't right, but I was close.
I was wrong too, but I didn't do.
So somewhere between 42,000 words.
That's why I'm a talk show host.
Yeah, that's why I'm a writer, not a mathematician. So, but that is more or less what I write in a month for work, and those 8 hours a day.
Question.
So, yeah.
Can people do this using OpenAI or chat? Because, for me, I feel like if you have a concept but you don't know how to write a novel, I feel like you definitely could use some help with a template from,
See,
AI.
No, and that's fair. And now we're getting into a whole debate because.
So has this been a constant argument in the association?
The association of writers.
NaNoWriMo? Is that what it's called?
NaNoWriMo. I don't know. I know it's a whole conversation among my writer friends where we talk about OpenAI and how that will work and stuff like that. And we kind of agree that, that's cheating. So.
I feel like it would be too, but right? I think a little help goes a long way.
That's fair.
Now, do you use Microsoft Word? Seriously?
I use Google Docs, if we're being honest about that. I lied in the blog, said Microsoft Word. I'm getting called out on all levels today, so that's fine.
Where were you last Friday night at 5:30, Sydney?
Called out. I don't know what to do, but anyway, it'll be fun. We'll see what happens.
So, question: do you have any genre you're leaning towards?
So I like writing YA sort of fiction sort of thing. So that's fun for me.
What is YA?
Young adult.
Okay.
So that's fun for me. But most of my time, what I do is I write bad poems. That's what I do with a lot of my free time. So it's definitely gonna be a stretch to write a novel. We'll see what happens.
Does a poetry book classify as a novel, or is that a whole different thing? Because I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you might be onto something. That would be a very long poetry book. 50,000 words would be very long, but it would be interesting.
I got this. Here's what you're gonna do. Just a suggestion.
Yeah, let's hear it.
You're gonna be you're gonna be a news reporter, but you're actually an undercover police officer.
Oh, okay, there we go.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's
all the
pretty good.
blogs that you're writing is leading up to the big case. You're leaving hints to the killer.
That's
that
pretty good.
You're actually a cop, but then all of a sudden, you keep tracking them down. Boom. 50,000 words.
50,000 words right there. No, you're onto something. I think you should write that one. You should get it going.
No, see, my problem is I told you about the fifth grade book I wrote, didn't I?
No,
for young
let's hear
authors?
it.
Oh my God, no! It was like there should have been a conversation to be had. Like it wasn't like people were getting their heads cut off, but it was like for fifth grade. I guess I had just watched some detective thing, and I'm like, well, what if there was a detective it was nuts. It was a big crime thing. It was a big mystery novel.
That sounds awesome.
It was definitely not your fifth grade young author piece. I definitely don't think it was.
Oh, young author. That was so fun though.
I don't think so because
no?
I was
you
always
had bad associations now with it, so that's fair.
but all the stuff like art and young authors, I always did terrible, and I'd build it up I'd have that confidence, and it wasn't like I had false confidence.
Yeah.
It was okay. It'd get a B or whatever, but it never won. Never a winner.
I'm sorry. Me either. either, for what it's worth.
Never
Never a winner.
Always second place.
No, me either. It's okay. I feel your pain.
But it's just like we just there's something about it. I drew this parrot once. Now that we're on to this, and I will never forget 7th grade art. It was very traumatizing. I drew this parrot and I colored. I'm not an art person, and I thought that's a good looking parrot.
Absolutely.
It was not.
I'm
not
sure
in the teacher's eyes.
Aw.
She gave me a B-, and I thought, you know what? I never show effort in your class. The moment I show effort in your class, I get a B-. You know what else I used to get in that class? B-minuses all the time. I just was just a B- student. No matter if I drew a stick figure or if I painted Mona Lisa.
And art is subjective, so that's unfair. I'm on your side here. That's unfair, and we should start something about that.
So, what are you nervous about the most? Is it the word count really, or is it kind of just coming up with the idea?
I think it's more the time concept of just like, how am I actually gonna fit in 50,000 words in my like daily life? So you know, and people do it. People have strategies where they get up early and write from like 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. and stuff like that, and it works for them. So maybe I can do that. But it also sounds kind of horrible to wake up at 3 in the morning to write.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I know, right?
Well, now what do you do in the evening time, if you don't mind me prying into your personal life?
That's a good point. I'd waste my evenings. So that's a good point.
Like that's what I was kind of saying. Like if you can find maybe like half of the time that you spend for yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, for the book, maybe that would help.
You're onto something. Yeah.
I'm helping you here.
I think you're helping me out.
I am Team Sydney on this novel journey.
I appreciate that. Yeah. We'll see how far we get. And I tried to do this once before in 2020, and when during quarantine, I was like, no, this is my time.
Well, it's a good time to do it.
Right. And I didn't get anywhere. So.
Did you get like 1,000 words?
I sat down one night from like 11 p.m. to like 1 a.m. and cranked out like 3,000 words.
Oh, this ain't a high school paper.
Yeah, I know, right?
You gotta. This is like a marathon.
Yeah,
I'm like coaching you here.
No,
I have no experience. I'm like the PE teacher that never played the sport, but it's gonna tell you how.
Yeah.
Break this down into days. So what's 50,000 divided by 21?
Oh gosh, more math.
See,
I don't know.
I'm gonna do this for you right now. We are gonna get this going. We're gonna do this. You're gonna do this.
I'm gonna do this, guys.
Divided by 30 days. Has September, April, June, and November. Okay, yeah.
Nice. I never got that memorized, so I'm impressed by you.
1,700 words a day.
Okay. See, that seems kind of doable.
That is
when
doable.
You put it like
when you
that.
break it down like that, I mean, you really can do this.
Absolutely, yeah. I can make this happen.
You got this, Sydney. I have faith. Now, how busy are you this week?
This week, busy. This has been a busy week
That's
for
why we're
everybody.
taping very early before the show.
Yes, thank you for accommodating me.
No, it's all good.
No, it's been a very busy week for everybody, I think, with Halloween and all
Honestly,
the events
I'll be honest,
up.
It's been very lazy the first 3. Now it's going to pick up tomorrow and Friday and Saturday and next Tuesday.
Hectic.
But you guys really got smoked the first 2 days.
It's been busy, for sure. We've had a lot going on. I went to the domestic violence memorial service yesterday, which was really
very powerful.
Very powerful, really a great service. And so I'm going to be writing about that.
Where'd they do that?
Alton Memorial Hospital. So
I remember reading about that last year. It's an annual event,
isn't it? It's an annual event, yeah. No, it's very powerful.
Yeah.
It's really wonderful that
you
they
don't
do
realize how impacted this area is, and just hearing some of those local stories too are really just it kind of just mind-blowing in all the wrong ways too, and hearing how they overcame is amazing too.
Absolutely. Hearing just realizing those numbers too. There's so many people in the area, but no, so sorry to bring the mood down, but no, it's important.
Yeah.
But no, so I did that yesterday, so I'll be writing about that today and getting a story out and letting people know what's going on. So it's just been a busy couple of days, but like we always say, that's a sign that there are good and important things happening in our area. So, I look forward to hearing all about it. Yeah.
There you go. Well, Sydney Sinks, we've done it again. Blog Talk, pre-taped. Very groggy blog talk, but we got it done.
Appreciate it. Appreciate your time.
We'll take a quick break and we'll come back and we'll wrap up the Tuesday that, oh God, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. I don't know. Is it? I don't know.
Heck, who knows no more. We'll take a quick break. We'll wrap up the Wednesday that was right after this on RiverBender.com and Roku TV.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts No. 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit Village Dispensary and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Happy Halloween from RiverBender.com. Now back to our daily show.
Here we go. Time to highlight some bozos, some idiots, some all-stars. It's the All-Star Award, 1046, and the first one goes to a couple. Couples, plural. I'll just read it. A Georgia police department, hear me out, a Georgia police department urged couples seeking to reconcile to kindly, quote, get a room, rather than mingling in the grass between businesses. The Livonia Police Department said officers responded to a public indecency complaint reported in the grass between McDonald's and the Raceway gas station. Well, nothing says romance like in between a McDonald's and a Raceway. Oh, God, I love you. Near exit 173 and Interstate 85. Get over here. Well, the stupidity of some people never ceases to amaze us, so we have some mindful hints. Hairs in my eye. When it comes to visiting our wonderful city, the police department said in a Facebook post, if you decide to exit 185 with your life partner while on the road to reconcile your relationship, please don't reconcile in between the McDonald's and the Raceway. Couples are urged instead to, quote, get a room, go home, and don't reconcile in broad daylight in the grass beside the street. If you're stupid enough to do this, please don't stop in Livonia. Police said the amorous pair who prompted the warning are now both facing public indecency charges. Road trip ruined. A town in Saskatchewan, Canada is now facing a major hurdle in the run-up to its November municipal election. No one's running for mayor. I'm in. Officials, I think I'm going to do it. Officials in Kyle said Mayor George Williams, who was elected in November of 2021, is retiring, and so far, no candidates give a darn. They aren't going for office. An open spot on the town council also has no nominees. They could care less. Chief Administrative Officer Amber Dashney said 2 rounds of applications have gone out seeking nominations, but no one signed up. Please be our leader. Please lead this city. No thanks, I got work to do. Dashney said the council will select a deputy mayor to handle duties of the office if no candidates run for mayor in the November 13th election. Canada. At the meeting, we will decide a date for a by-election, and we will continue calling a by-election until we fill the mayoral spot and the other council spot as well. Could you imagine that? You know, how'd you get the mayor's job? Literally no one wanted it. That's how I'd be a public official. I don't think anyone would vote for me. I'd vote for me. I'd fix it all. Make people laugh in the process. England's Bristol Zoo is asking for the public's help in identifying a mysterious winged horned creature. Uh-oh. Right in time for Halloween, folks in England. Get ready. Caught on trail camera in Woodlands area. The zoo said the trail camera in the facility's Woodland area, which is home to numerous wild animals, captured a photo of a mysterious winged and horned creature. Shall we take a look? I think we shall. I got to zoom in here. Hold on here. I got to zoom in. This is a nightmare. Hold on. All right. Here is the horned winged creature. Okay. You can see it pretty closely there. I mean, let me look at that. There's the wings. I guess that's its horn. It looks like a normal animal to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a mysterious winged and horned creature was caught on a trail camera at Bristol Zoo Woodland area in England. Could be a pixie. I don't know. I mean, it looks like a mouse or something small to me. I'm just trying to put because those are blades of grass, okay? So ain't no deer, because no deer is 2'4", or, maybe 1.5 feet this way. So it's got to be a mouse or some type of rabbit. See, it's a rabbit. Okay, that's what, look, there's the ears. Those are rabbit ears. It's also what I call every Illinois high school official, rabbit ears, because they just want to hear what the coaches have to say to them. Anyway, yeah, that's a rabbit. That is 100% a rabbit. You can see maybe it's not. It does have some weird legs. That's not a rabbit's foot. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Someone tell me what that animal is. Anyway, they're asking for help. The zoo is asking for your help, okay? So our UK conservation team made the discovery when looking through the night vision images from the camera trap set up in the they had to get that out. The award-winning habitat where bears and wolves live alongside wolverines and lynx. After reviewing the images, they say the creature appears to have 4 legs and is nothing they have spotted before. Dun, dun, dun. Hold on.
Halloween season.
Anyway, many observers say the animal in the photo appears to be they say it's a deer, a muttonack deer. But zoo officials expressed skepticism, posting the mystery creature photo side by side with the deer picture. The zoo acknowledged this sighting came conveniently close to Halloween, but it's not a marketing scheme. The truth is out there. Anyway, also, for the All-Star Award, British chef Jamie Oliver is on the case of stolen cheddar. Oliver, who rose to fame as the naked chef... See, this should... okay. The naked chef on TV by stripping food down to its essentials. Got cheeky. In an otherwise serious plea to his social media followers to help solve the mystery of missing 22 metric tons. Oh my God! 22 metric tons of award-winning cheddar worth $390,000. What? Oh my goodness! Calling it the Great Cheese... The Great, but great is spelled Grate. The Great Cheese Robbery. Oliver told his 10.5 million followers to be on the lookout for lorry loads of very posh cheese. Nearly 1,000 wheels of cloth-wrapped artisan cheddar was swiped from the Neal's Yard Dairy by con artists posing as a wholesale distributor for a major French retailer. The company said the cheese was gone before it realized it had been scammed and reported the theft on October 21st. Man, there you go. One final All-Star Award today goes to these folks because, sometimes some things just get ruined. Look at that pumpkin getting ruined by a bunch of bears over there. See, now UPI is calling this a holiday decoration. All I see are 2 pumpkins, and I'm not saying anything because, Things happen, but look at this. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3. There are 4 pumpkins. Okay, you take a drive down Alton, and I'll tell you what a holiday or Halloween decoration setup looks like. But yeah, look at that bear making off with the big pumpkin. Just ruined it. Absolutely ruined. Oh, wrong button. Absolutely ruined it. Just ruined their holiday decoration. So a North Carolina doorbell camera captured that video of the 3 black bear cubs making out with a meal of their family's Halloween pumpkins. Oh, they also stole a few Amazon packages and had some fun with it. So there's the All-Star Award at 10:54. A quick break. We'll wrap up this Wednesday and send us into Thursday after this. Fantastic deals. Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit villagedispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Happy Halloween from RiverBender.com. Now, back to our daily show.
I hate this song. I mean, really just hate it. Why do I play it? I don't know. That's a good question. Man, my sinuses are getting so bad. God, goodness gracious. Man, oh man, the air quality hasn't changed, but my darn sinuses have. Oh my goodness, we're getting some rain today. Good thing I got some naproxen upstairs. Alrighty, we're out of time almost today, but while I have you, anything else to fill you in on? Yeah, there is. One final bit of news for you for our friends in Jerseyville. Jerseyville City Council members quickly and unanimously approved a resolution changing the zoning classification for a property commonly known as The Diner, located at 111 Dorothy Street behind the Jerseyville Walgreens. The restaurant and bar announced last month that it had undergone a change in ownership. Tuesday's meeting documents reveal new owners as Pearlie and Retha Hinault, who submitted the rezoning petition. The reclassification described as merely a formality to get new owners. Oh, man, I'm out of breath. Set up for proper zoning. The resolution's passage will see the land zoning classifications change from B3 to B3 with special use for alcohol. The City Council unanimously passed a motion approving the Hanolds petition to rezone the diner. Mayor Kevin Stork wished them both good luck as the new owners of the business. Congratulations, and if you want to join us on the show, fill us in on the diner, you're more than welcome to. Hey, what are you guys doing tomorrow? Is it trick-or-treat night for you and your kiddos tonight, or what are you doing? You know, I never do the rants. I don't monologue because I don't feel like you guys should have to truly take anything I say for heart where I go, well, you need to do this and this. But if you have an opportunity, if you're a younger person out there and maybe you don't have kids and, stay home the next couple of days for the 2 hours that trick-or-treating's going on. I mean, so many times you see this, and right now the speeding issues in Alton are just horrendous. I mean, absolutely horrendous. A dirt bike is not meant to go 65 on Bell Street or any type of road in town. Stay at home and let those kids be kids if you have an opportunity to, and just, let them enjoy their night. I always stay home for the couple hours because I know that there's always going to be some little one walking around, and I don't even want to take the chance. I'll just stay at home and watch a Halloween movie and just realize that I'm working for the best darn news company and the most engaged with in our area, RiverBender.com. Thanks for all the fun, and I'll see you back here tomorrow live at 9 for more of our daily show with the full one. So join me then, won't you? It's Halloween in Alton. Start partying, but try your best as always in the process to stay out of jail.
Oh, yes, it did.